He's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Ohtani right now is a force of nature that he will outstuff you.
Pitching ninja. Pitching ninja. Strike three, you're out. Pitching ninja.
It's not just a splitter, and the splitter's effective because the other pitchers are so good. So
Exactly.
it makes it even better.
Right.
Like if he just threw a splitter, he'd do pretty well. I mean, he's a good splitter.
Yeah.
But it doesn't do as well when the fact that it's so fast and you could throw 100, you have to respect the fastball. You can't just look for a splitter. So now you can see the way you see how they fall out of the plane of the fastball. So we'll run through here. Stop it.
Yeah.
And then they fall away. And you can see why it's so hard to hit. Because he was on time for the fastball. He fouled off the fastball. These pitches are at least equal with it. The splitter's above the fastball. The splitter's way up here compared to the fastball. And watch where it ends up. So splitter, you're a hitter. These are the three pitches you're swinging at right here. You have this slider. You're trying to make a decision here. So say you're a hitter, you have three pitches. What do you do? So you're sitting there going, all right, well, you're just going to swing at the fastball. You think all of these are kind of fastballs. And if I'm a hitter, you're getting ready to swing. And what happens? They end up, so he's on time. This is why I love overlays.
Right.
You can see the bats here. So he's swinging at all of them like it's a fastball. You got the bat here that he fouled off. The bat here, he's already on the splitter. The splitter, he's in front of the splitter. And his swing's finished here, and the ball hasn't gotten there yet. So you see where his swing is. These pitches aren't down yet. So he swung through it. He's gone, and he was swinging all those three pitches as if they were fastballs, and now he just struck out. That what are you going to do? Both of those pitches are impossible because he throws so hard. So to hit a 97 mile an hour fastball, 100 mile an hour fastball, you got to make a decision really, really quick. So it looks easy when you're doing it like this. It's not that easy. You're basically going, I've got to swing, and as soon as it's not a fastball,
It's too late.
It's too late. Yeah. What do you mean? So out of hand is right about here.
Yeah.
So we're looking at, basically I broke it up, it should be 1 second. So you're trying to make a decision here. I don't think it's 1500s, I think this is 25, so this is in 60-second parts, so this is probably 20.25. So sometimes I ask them how they do that stuff, and it's really a kind of a guess. What I think you should do is you put some kind of brain, like you can analyze visualization and stuff.
Right.
If you can do that and see when a hitter really makes a decision, I think that'll help you. The things you can't tell today are deception.
Right.
Like you can tell this stuff, but I can't tell what in his mechanics makes it harder to pick up or easier to pick up. So I would say 0.25 seconds is what I got here. I think you're deciding to swing here. So you can see how the swings are all finished. Well, these two pitches aren't in the glove yet. So he's that fooled on that pitch, which you couldn't tell just from watching it. You can tell when you do it frame by frame like this. I'm looking at this, the track of the, this is also kind of interesting. As you can see how the slider and the fastball are exactly on the same track till here. See how those lines are the same?
Exact same line.
The exact same line, which then makes it even tougher. The splitter comes higher, so he's right here thinking that's maybe a high fastball. So you're going to be ready to hit that, and then it just dives. So this is what's so much fun about this, is it lets you understand why hitting is so hard.
Right. So
he released the splitter, and you can see the arms even here.
Right.
His arm slot is a little higher with the splitter, maybe to give the illusion that it's a high fastball, which probably makes the split drop even more effective. So it looks like he's going to throw a fastball that's going to, if you see the line of this, so to me as a hitter, I'm thinking fastball here, this is a fastball maybe here, and this is going to be a fastball, the splitter is going to be a fastball up here. So if I'm looking at the angle of this splitter, I'm thinking it's going to be about here. And when he ends up swinging, that splitter's down here. So that's part of the beauty of what he's doing with the splitter, is it starts out way higher than the fastball here, like it's a high fastball, and it ends up being a splitter that is basically at the bottom part of the zone. That's how nasty it is. And the slider that started out looking like the fastball ends up off the plate and nearly on the ground. So that's how far that slider dropped. And that's the pitch that I think when I saw him come over, I was amazed at how much his slider moved, and it's only gotten better. So when you have three pitches like that, hitting's a guess anyway. Even if you guessed right, you're going to have a hard time, but the odds are you have a 33% chance, and then occasionally that curveball that he just lobs in for a strike to steal something. But that makes hitting. So the beauty of the cutter is you're talking about a pitch in between these two pitches.
Yeah.
And it probably ends up, it's probably looking like it's here. And that's just another weapon. Like
Right.
he realized that would be just make it even harder to hit. Good coaching, good thinking. But yeah, he does really, really well. Is if he's in trouble, he gets runners on base, he goes up to a whole nother level. He's so competitive
Right.
that that's my favorite, is when you see him with runners on second and third. Like last game, he said, all right, well, I'm going to just throw 100 miles an hour and you're not going to be able to catch up
Right.
with it. And it's you hear pitchers doing that, he does it. Like he has this pride in his game that he doesn't want to give up a run. And I can tell that's the weight on his shoulder, and he's like, I'm better than you, and I'm going to beat you with something. Like he finds some way out of it. He elevates his game in the tough moments, which is what great pitchers do. And that's what really jumps out at me, is his personality on the mound. He's also kind of goofy sometimes. He makes faces and does, like, he's fun to watch, but he's also an incredible athlete, an incredible competitor that I don't think most people don't watch it that closely. Like you can just tell.
I really love I try to tweet at times where my Japanese followers can see my tweets, and I love the interaction. I love the fact that I can translate most of it in Google too, and hear at least what they're saying, because it's really an interesting perspective, and they're they just love the game. I think that comes out, and it's not just about Shohei, it's not just about you, it's about loving baseball in general. And I think it brings a different outlook to the fans in the US who maybe get a little jaded about it. There's a love for baseball that comes through, and I think that's one of the things that it makes me happy, because it means that people are enjoying what I do, and it makes me want to do it more. So thank you